You see, the thing is, if I go on the internet and I talk too much about current events, people are like, oh man, you're just Penguin Xeno Zero, but for music. It's time for some real content, everybody, not that current event slop. First off, we're going to look at the Billboard Hot 100. We're going to rank the songs in the top 10, and I'm sorry, chat, but it's not looking pretty. The top 10 is not looking pretty these days. Here we have the top 10. We're going to rank all these tracks. Here you can see the top 10. We're starting at 10. Going up, going up, going up, going up, going up. You see all the tracks there? You see all the tracks there, guys. I gotta say, it's not looking great. This is maybe one of the most dismal top 10s I've looked at in a minute. I will say, as much as Olivia Dean has continued to stay strong in the top 10, do her thing, make a lot of noise, garner a lot of attention, I still hold no ill will toward Olivia Dean. I hear these songs, Man I Need, and what is the other one? So Easy, that she has in the top 10 right now, which lands even higher, and we'll get into that. I think Olivia Dean makes perfectly palatable, fine pop soul music. Nothing terrible, nothing offensive, nothing tacky or awful or impossible to stand. Her music, her hits are completely fine. I feel like you run into an issue where if Olivia Dean is the only pop soul that you listen to, or the only sort of modern artist that has a soul kind of like slant that you listen to, that's the only artist who you listen to on that front. And I feel like artists who tend to sort of like make it into the top 10 and are commercially like at the forefront of their particular genre tend to sort of be that artist for maybe more casual listeners of whatever is most popular right now. Yeah, there's more interesting singers and soul artists out there than Olivia Dean today, for sure. But as far as like mainstream pop soul goes, there's nothing wrong with it. It's totally fine. It's totally fine. It's produced well, it's sung well, it's written well, it's classy, it's sleek, it's fine. There's nothing wrong with it. I would put it in the B. Again, there's certainly artists out there that are making more soul, that are making soul adjacent music that is cooler, that is more interesting, maybe more daring, but Olivia Dean is totally fine. At number 9 is Ella Langley. She can't get off the chart. Be Her is the track that is at number 9. If you guys remember, recently I talked about Ella Langley and her new Dandelion record on the channel. Look, I was surprised. There were singles going into this record that I thought were mid, that I thought were bland. I feel like this track is one of them. I think the drums are stupidly rigid and grooveless. I think the instrumentation is pretty soulless as well on this song. The wordplay of Be Her and Be Hurt is cute. But Ella, the tune is there. I feel like her and her songwriters are doing the damn thing. And as far as modern country singers go, I do feel like she is a competent singer. She's a fine singer. I would put the song in the C. I'm not crazy about it. It's very mid. It's very so-so. But I would not, and I will not declare myself like an Ella hater or detractor, because I feel like there's a lot of good deep cuts on the record. I feel like the deep cuts are where it's at with Dandelion. If you're only listening to the singles, you're missing out. The singles are honestly the most boring part of the album. At number 8, we have Miss Ariana Grande. Hate That I Made You Love Me is a lead single off the album. A song that honestly, when I first heard it as a single, I was not crazy about. With more exposure to it after listening to the album, it has grown on me a lot. I feel like in terms of lyrics, in terms of tune, in terms of production and messaging, it's really the strongest moment on the entire album. Much of the record does kind of feel like very mid and so-so from her. This is like the one real gem from the record, in my opinion. Honestly, in context of all these other tracks that are here, I think I'm going to put this in the A. The more that I listen to it and the more that I think about it, this is one of the few tracks in this list where I actually do find myself humming the tune and actually remembering words from the chorus. Like, you know, and again, I do sort of like value the message and sentiment of the song. I think it says a lot about obviously, like, you know, her romantic entanglements, but also her relationship with like her audience and the mainstream and the industry. I feel like as far as like a mainstream top 10 pop song, This is a very good song. I actually enjoyed several tracks off of Pedal. There are several decent or very solid tracks off of Pedal. Pedal as an overall experience, I feel like the production is very weak. The songwriting is all over the place. Some of the vocal performances are far from Ari's best, but there's still like some highlights. You know, there's still some undeniable highlights. I am not surprised after a record like this that she wants to take a break, because I feel like she needs like a real genuine kind of reset. We have another Olivia Dean. She's in the top 10 twice. So easy to fall in love. I feel mostly the same about this track as I do Man I Need. They're both classy pop soul tunes with solid choruses and glamorous instrumentation. It's totally respectable. Very inoffensive, but not like shallow, you know? Not like bland to the point where you're like wanting to puke. And then we have at 6, Dracula with Tame Impala and Jenny, which I'm surprised to see back in the top 10. What is gassing this song up? I will say, like, I loved Dracula off of the Tame Impala record. That was the only song on the album I liked. But I feel like Jenny doesn't bring anything to the song, is really kind of my prime issue with this remix. Like, again, hands down the best song on the Tame Impala, banger track. I love the spooky Halloween vibes. I feel like this is a perfect, you know, Halloween playlist kind of song. But like Jenny makes the remix boring. And I don't know. I just don't see the reason for its sustained popularity. I'm going to put this in the C. It's fine. I feel like I would place it higher if it were just the original track, but I just don't really care for the Jenny version all that much. The new hot Nepo baby on the block. We got Stella Lefty with the song Bastin. Geez. I talked about Stella's stuff on the channel not too long ago. Let's get it out of the way. I'm putting this in the E. It's going down to E. This song sucks. It wishes it was doing what Ella Langley is doing, but it's not even doing that. The vocals stink. And on top of that, the lyrics stink too. So tell me about this guy. Oh, he's from Boston and he's nice to me. Gracie Abrams is found her match. No, genuinely. I feel like songs like this popping off in the way that they are is like a sign of some kind of like societal rot that we're in the midst of or something. Like just the blandest, most unimaginative pop country songwriting that could possibly be sort of like, you know, pooped out of the McDonald's mystery meat music machine and spoon fed to people through algorithms or whatever means they use to sort of like, you know, water torture this shit onto you and just drop it onto you unwittingly. And it's not getting any better, everybody. Going further up the top 10, we have the Ella Langley Can't Love You Anymore collab with Morgan Wallen. That's going in the E2. That stinks. While I can tolerate some Ella Langley teaming up with Morgan Wallen, it's going in the trash. It's going straight into the trash. Boom. Taylor Swift. Toy Story 5. Not even Taylor Swift in the top 10. Taylor Swift, Toy Story in the top 10. You know, it's funny, since I originally came out with my take on this song, which was that, you know, I liked it actually. I have seen quite a few Swiftie takes saying, I hate this song. It sucks. I hate it. It's so bad. I don't know. I don't get it. I mean, maybe if the Taylor Swift that matters to you most is the Taylor Swift that you sort of heard during the Lover and Folklore era and then sort of went forward from there, then I guess I could understand you hating this song. But to me, this feels like kind of classic pop country Taylor with that Shania Twain vibe. And honestly, I feel like this is her comfort zone. The songwriting is actually on point. The song is actually fucking catchy. And on top of it, I think in a way she's almost like using this as an opportunity to put a toe in the water and test the idea of doing country music again before she like genuinely goes back into that water. Taylor Swift is nothing if not opportunistic. Taylor Swift is nothing if not aware of the popular music landscape and where she sort of like exists within it. And if Taylor foresees a genuine opportunity to grow her fan base, make a ton of money, and blow her visibility up even further, by hopping on top of a country wave that's actually there, she will do it. Like, it will happen. So, I don't worry, but I do think like so long as this song continues to stay into the top 10, that's going to signal something to Taylor, and she's going to follow her nose to the money. You know, she's gonna smell the money. She's gonna smell the money and be like, ooh, is that money I smell? Ooh, Benjamins and Jacksons in this direction. Ooh, those guitars. Ooh, that Shania Twain vibe smells like money. And Shania has a new album out. Shania's not in the top 10, but she has Josh Homme on her new record, which is pretty badass. But yeah, honestly, as much as I break balls here, I do like this track, you know, and that's not even to say I would mind a Taylor Swift country album at this point. I don't think I would, actually. I'll put this in the B. Also in the top 10 at number 2, and apparently brand new Morgan Wallen, Been By Now. What the fuck is this bullshit? This has to be Morgan Wallen's most unimaginative, boringly produced. His vocals sound done up as hell too. Like, it doesn't even sound like Morgan Wallen. It sounds like a fucking Morgan Wallen robot. It sounds like a fucking I. This track literally sounds like Morgan Wallen just put his own name in the fucking Suno and just plopped this out and then put it out. What the fuck is this? This has to be his most boring song ever, and it's peaking at number 2? What is wrong with us as a country? This is just going in the F. And then finally, of course, at number 1 again, after 41 weeks on the chart. And you know, if Taylor Swift has a country album on the way, she's going to be having this person feature on it at least 3 times. Ella Langley. Choosing Texas. We are choosing to... People are choosing Texas, y'all. Texas is being chosen. Yeah, I'm going to put this in the D. It's still annoying. It's still bland. Yeah, I know nothing is in the S. The S is looking mighty cold right now. Yeah, I'm not choosing Texas on this one, guys. I'm sorry. There you go. That's me ranking the top 10 right now, which, again, this is a piss poor top 10. This is a dismal top 10. Like, not only does most of this shit suck, but also, I'm really starting to worry about like where we are culturally right now as a society. Because there is no heat in the top 10 outside of like some Ariana right now. Like, what? It's looking pretty bad. Where are we going? What's happening? What are we doing? What's going on?